Greetings, or live long and, oh, if we ain't that part yet. Turn it down a little bit. Greetings, sisters and brothers. Professor Roi-El T. Bates, Sifu here, and I just wanted to talk about hemp. So welcome to an introduction to the hemp. Hemp stands for helping empower melaninated peoples, nation builders large. Okay, so some of you may have come to the YouTube page because you got one of these. So if you got one of these, it's because I'm promoting this locally. Because I've done the Facebook thing for years and years and years, saying pretty much the same thing. Let's get our own stuff. I've showed examples of how to do it, why to do it, where to do it. We're still working on the when, because most black people, that's how they say it on the news, black man. You know, most black people are like, yeah, we go out, we don't need to move out the cities, we got stores on every corner and all that garbage. So, what I wanted to do on here, really, I ain't gonna get into all that. I wanted to break, this is one side, I wanted to break this down so you know what, it's hot in here. Break it down so you know what it's about. Because I got a lot of, I can't help myself. I am not a marketing person, so some people might believe that I have a lot of information on here. I'm like, oh, I could go a lot further, but I'm trying to get across to the people that, the people that want to work with me with this. You know, I need enough information so they can, okay, this is what it's about. So, I don't think it's a lot of information. But anyway, let's break it down little by little. Enough music. So we're going to break this card down for those of you who got it. Now, if you're in another state, once we have this together, you might want to take a screenshot on this because we're going to do the same thing in other states. And this is the ultimate point, because hemp, I wish it had another letter because it's like helping, but yeah, we're helping because all black people not going to be down, so we're just helping us, black people, get, what you call it, self-sufficient. One plant, like in after 0, 1. One plant, food, shelter, clothing, on and on and on and on. You understand? Do you understand? Alright, let's break it down. Well, first at the top, a lot of people, if you're not into the ancient Egyptian language and stuff, you got to say the R with the Ntr Kmt translates into the Church of Divinity. Now, for obvious reasons, See, the IRS make you say church. You can't say temple. I mean, when you get your number, when you register with the IRS, you can't say temple. You can't say synagogue. You got to say church. And why I use my original thing is because most people see church and they're going, "Wow, he's a not Jesus." I can talk about it, but I'm not like that. Okay, so the second part is ichingtao temple. So there's two parts to my temple. The first part is ichingtao. That's what we're pushing now. And that's all into self-healing and the Gong Fu. I'll get into that when I get into that. But it's done first to strengthen or heal the body, strengthen the body, coordinate mind, body and spirit, all that type of all that. And then the second part is really soul power. The ancient Egyptian Ntr is about activating and strengthening and balancing out all the different what they call faculties. You understand? You can be a whole lot of things if you knew how to do it. So we're not gonna get into all that. I just wanted to break down that line right quick. Of Afro-Asiatic, so I just explained that pretty much to Afro or Afri, because that's the word that we find in ancient Egypt, older than Africa. The Afro-Asiatic. So the Afro is the Kemetic side, and the Asiatic it's our stuff. But the Chinese and the Japanese and everybody else, they put their spin on it over the centuries, but we just taking back our stuff. Breathing ain't nobody. You breathe, but you have specific technique. I ain't gonna get into all that right now. So I got the address, and then we get to hemp. Hemp. See, I have it spelled out like this here, but it's the same word. The actual plant, hemp, is actually, for the most part, the male part of the plant, whereas the Mari-HuAna, the stuff that you smoke, is the female side of the plant. They grow together, and then at some point you gotta separate the two. So this will become Mari-HuAna, and this will become hemp. Hemp is the provider. This is the male. And most cultures have a name for the marijuana, like Shishat in Kemet, and Margu in Taoist or ancient China. So I'm giving the hemp the male name, and you're gonna when I get into that, you're gonna find out, or you're gonna do some studying yourself. Nagarjuna, the Black Jesus. The story was on the wall 2,500 years ago, 500 years before the Jesus story. I mean, carved into the walls in, well, okay, I'm not going to get into that. So, as I said, helping empower melaninated people. Peppers. In the church, you got to say peppers. Membership, I messed up, I did it kind of backwards. It should have been profit sharing club / eco retreat and grow membership organizational. So in other words, what it is that I'm offering a certain amount of memberships. I'm thinking like around 50 to 100 in my area, and that's it. That's if you got one of these, and if you got one of these and you're interested, come on board. Hit me up, find out the details, and let's get it going. But anyway, so membership. I mean, people act surprised. Well, what is a membership? It's like you go to Jack LaLanne. Well, that's kind of old. You go to the club, lift weights and all that. You pay a membership. You go to the book club. You pay a membership. You go to these different clubs, club and sign up to pay a monthly membership fee. There is nothing different here except for the benefits that I'm offering these first 50 to 100 people. And those, well, we'll get into the benefits at the end. So, profit sharing means that when we grow the hemp, that's the last part, grow. When we grow our own hemp, not going to the store or the internet and buying it from somebody who's charging you like stupid money. When we grow our own hemp, the first things that come from the once we harvest the plant is two things. I got an acre that I'm gonna do. I'll break that down a little bit. Thousands of pounds, like 8,000 pounds of seed per acre. All the different fibers. We're not ready to deal with that yet. So the fibers, I mean, we make out of, you make into clothes or rugs and all that type of stuff. So you have these fibers, which they call bass fibers, which gets into the Black Panther movie, but that's a whole nother story. What you got? And then you have the, the stuff that you make the seed, the flowers that you make the CBD oil out of. And that's going to be our specialty, the CBD oil. Let me show you what I'm talking about before I go on. Bam! These are hemp flowers. It look just like marijuana. Smells like marijuana. But it doesn't have the THC. I'm sure all y'all, or most of you know hemp. No THC, no getting high. Marijuana, get high. But in our temple, we use the marijuana for spiritual, mental, and physical purposes. We don't just sit there like, ooh, I'm creative, dude. Let's create something. So this is the plant, the flowers that you just pick off. After 3 to 4 months, it's grown. It's 7-6 feet, depending on what plant you're growing. Cut it down and trim it and all that good stuff. And you got this. This bag was like $90. I think I got it on sale too. Look, it's an ounce. One ounce, $90. Alright. So what I did, I had another bag. This is another bag. So the first thing I did was make me, well, I was going to sell it, but I made me some hemp oil. It's really, really simple. I'm probably going to make it a little more complicated because, I made my own CBD oil, and I've been taking it, and I do see results. I see results. Because I'm making it. It ain't no garbage off the internet or out the street where they have they might have a pinch of hemp in it, and the rest is a bunch of garbage or just oil. The other thing I'm telling you is going to come out is hemp seeds. Yes, I do eat this with my juices in the morning. Hemp seeds. Right off the bat, as soon as you grow it and harvest it, you have seeds and you can make oil right off the bat. So that goes into my second part. Well, we're going to get into the benefits. Now, what's going to be particularly different about our CBD oils is that I am a teacher of Kung Fu and Taoist healing and all that good shit. Bam! This is just an example. I'm using this example. This is Chinese licorice. I go down to Chinatown, because you can't, you can get it on the internet. But I go to Chinatown, right here, this little corny ass Chinatown, and I pick up this licorice root. And I'm using this as an example because our Chinese use herbal formulas, not just take echinacea because it stops colds or some dumb shit like that. They make formulas that are balanced out. And most, if not, well, I don't say all, but a lot of their formulas use this herb because it helps balance out the formula and make the other herbs go to the organs, da, da, da. But even this by itself is strengthening to the whole system. It strengthens the stomach. It opens up the stomach meridians in the pancreas and cleanses you without having you sitting on the toilet all day. So this is the expertise. This is the expertise part that I'm going to bring to the hemp oil. We're going to have it. Our hemp oil is going to have specific herbs, and and then we can break it down to all the different types of formulas we have. Now, if you don't believe that this is a real science already, I mean, I've been doing it. I've been smoking for years, and I've been doing Tai Chi and Kung Fu and breathing and all that for years too. So, I was already doing it without knowing I was doing it. But see, when you know you're doing it, you can start adding particular techniques. What was I doing? Practicing breathing and meditation and all these different, what they call CAM, Chinese alternative medicine. I've been practicing this stuff for years, and I've been smoking, and I'm still here. You understand? All that garbage about you gonna be like when you get old, and that's dead now. The science is out there, not just, and I'm the proof. That's why I call myself Proof B. I done had 2 operations in my life, So, what the real science is called by combining hemp and Mari-HuAna with CAM, Chinese alternative medicine, they come up with a new term. Cannabis, mimetic, I guess that's like stuff, like Tai Chi again. Cannamimetic, the endocannabinoid system in your body, endocannabinology. See, it's hard saying all that, but that sounds like some type of, well, shit, it is a doctor type title, like I'm a cannamimetic endocannabinologist. Wow, damn, that sounds important. And if you don't believe me, I just don't talk. I just don't talk like a lot of you on Facebook. Oh, I don't believe in that. I don't. Bam! I do the study, dude, or do that. You understand? This is on healing with cannabis. Don't tell me what don't exist. You don't even know. You understand? So, let's get back to the card. So those are the things, those are just 2 things. You got hemp oil, or CBD oil. You got hemp seeds, which we can make hemp seed oil, which is a little different than the flower oil. Just from, right after you cut it down, you just make this stuff. Straight up and down. That's like, it's not brain science. It's like, I gotta figure out how to, man. Did you see me when I turned around? I forgot to mention, it says black to the land. Not black to the grocery store. Not black to the health food store. Our own stuff. I've been preaching that for years. OOS. Our own stuff. Anyway, let's get back to the card. So, okay. So now let's talk about the profit sharing. 25% of all profits from CBD and what was the other one? And hemp seed oil will come back to the membership. So that's the first membership benefit. You understand? 25% of all profits. That's why it's only going to be a few people. It can't be everybody, because if I'm letting hundreds and hundreds of people in trying to do it everywhere in the country, there's no profits. But say there's only 50 of us, you understand, and we selling this oil and seeds and stuff, we can sell it all over the world, or just about. I know we can sell it all over America. that's a niche market. Black people are just getting into this stuff, so that's a whole nother thing. Alright, so that's the profit sharing club side. Y'all remember? You get 25%. You understand? Straight up. I don't want to... That's why I use co-op, but I don't use it the way they use it, because now you got all these contracts, and in the end, y'all can take my company that I build up away. So anyway, so the grow part on the card is that we're going to be growing our own. We might start out wholesaling it, because it's going to take 3 months to grow. Or we might wait till we grow our own and just start with the CBD. You know, we can decide all that when everybody's together. So profit sharing club, the grow is we're going to be growing hemp. On the land that we're going to be growing hemp, I will also have a clinic, again, utilizing the stuff that I teach, breathing and herbs, and, you know, and using the CBD oil or CBD medicines. It's amazing to me that we can even say the word medicine now. Do you understand how much money people are spending on pharmaceuticals? Medicine. Break down the word. Sin. You understand? You're sinning against yourself. You're sinning, taking the drugs. Stop. We got this now, and it's perfectly legal. So, the last part and the cool part is another reason why we're going to do this locally. First here, and when it's together, I'm going to go to New York, see if my family want to do it. I'm going to just give them it's going to be a cookie cutter thing. This is how we do it. You get memberships, you give them a percentage, and this is how we do it. The eco retreat. Now imagine we have a grow. I got 5 acres, so put that in your mind. 1 acre is a football field without the end zone. So the football field might be like this, but a 1 acre is like this. Don't have the end zones. I have 5 and 1/8 acres. 1 acre is going to be hemp. So 1 acre is going to be the Mari-HuAna, the Magi Mari-HuAna eco retreat. So we're going to be doing all kind of marijuana stuff, like, you know, like I'm just going to give away one because I got my own names. But the marijuana massage. You know, people already doing that, so that's not going to be a secret. I got other secrets, you know, for the retreat. And it's all going to be based on using the marijuana for massage, for facials, or whatever. You understand? So, but people who are not into the marijuana, so that's going to be another acre. The marijuana going to be 1 acre, hemp going to be 1 acre, and people who are members and are not into the Mari-HuAna side, don't want to, you know, smell it and all that garbage. We're going to have the resort side. Hopefully, not hopefully, you know, little hotel. I'm getting ready to show you how we're going to do all that in a minute. You know, have our hotel, swimming pool, That'll be the resort side if you don't feel like going to the marijuana and getting massaged down by lovely women or men. And so that'll be the eco retreat. 1 acre is going to be just for manufacturing. That's it. People will be able to see this stuff, but that's not going to be like part of the retreat. What I mean by manufacturing? Well, we still have to do some processing. Once we cut down the hemp, you know, we still have, if we're going to make it into seeds, if we're going to bag up the hemp, not make it into seeds, if we're going to bag up the seeds or make it into CBD or whatever, all that type of stuff will be on that acre. We already have the machines to sew the clothes, but we still need the types of equipment to make the hemp into fiber, etc., etc. But we definitely going to start out with the oils and stuff. We need a big old pot, big ass pot. That's some oil. You know, come on, it's not rocket science. Alright, so that's the eco retreat. You'll be able to come out, even if you're in another part of the country, you'll be able to come out here, chill for the weekend. I'm gonna start doing, you know, That's part of the membership, is that I'm teaching breathing. We're gonna have other people come, but I'm starting out with me and my student. Doing breathing retreats, or self-healing retreats, martial art retreats. It's not just me, it'd be a lot of people, but I got enough to do it by myself, because guess who's with me? Well, my student MC Sifu kind of with me right now. He's in San Diego, but anyway. All right, so under here again, I should have put this up here, but anyway, you get the point. Self or black. I hate saying that word, but everybody want to keep it. I've been trying to say Moor. I've been trying to put that out there, or some people say, or other people say Moor, M-O-O-R. But you want to be black, so be black. So, black. No, that's the wrong one. Black self-help, self-healing, self-defense. I have my own Kung Fu system. My own system. Wow. That's tripping me out. Where we at? Self-defense, self-realization. Now that part is is mostly like the Mari-HuAna part. We say Mari-HuAna. I broke this down before, but I have to break it all down again. Mari-HuAna. So that's the self-realization, right? Oh, I know everything. All right. Self-sufficiency. That's my, I guess, the foundation, or half of the foundation of the whole temple church, is to do for self. You would think after years and years, how long Facebook been on? Years and years and years of putting examples and saying the same thing over, you would think I would have 100 people that's ready to do it, not just, oh, I'll be there when you get it together. People have been telling me that for years. You understand? Oh, you always asking for help. Yeah, because imagine me, especially now, 64 years old, imagine me out there with 5 acres of land. I'm trying to till the land. I'm trying to plant the seeds. I'm trying to water all the seeds. My people, blood, can't think past, oh, you asking for help. Did I ask you for help when I went to the Marine Corps? Did I ask you for help when I went through 20 years of Tai Chi school? Did I ask you for help when I created systems of self-healing and self-defense? None, not zero, nada. I'm getting personal now. So the other half of it is, where we at? Self-determination. So if we don't self-deter our nation, somebody else will deter or determine it for us. And that's what has happened. The only reason I can even say the word nation, because we all in the same country. But very few of you even know what it means to have a nation. If we can get together and start a nation, then we start dealing with nations on their level. But we gotta get self-sufficient first. You don't even have a language. Important. So where we at? Black self-help, black healing, black defense, black realization, self-sufficiency, self-determination with cannabis. Now, cannabis is a word that covers both sides of the plant. But once you separate it, the hemp is like the male plant. It provides everything. Plastic. They say 50,000. What the hell is that? They say 50,000 products. And then the Mari-HuAna, they both make medicine. But from my studies, it's the THC that's really the healing side. They're using the CBD for mostly like pain, and the same thing they're using drugs for, just to cover up what is the root cause of the problem. See, the Tai Chi or the QiGong and the herbs and things like that get to the root cause of the problem, while the CBD and stuff like that will be helping with, the external stuff, the pain and all the stuff that's just a result of that root problem. I know what I'm talking. Anyway, where we at? Alright, so with cannabis, THC, CBD, and CAM, Chinese alternative. You have an alternative. You don't have to go to the doctor priests. Yeah, that's like priests. Oh, doctor saved my life. After you sick. How about don't get sick? Wow, what a concept. Don't get sick. Oh, I got insurance. I can get sick. I got a doctor. I got a private doctor. I pay him thousands and thousands of dollars for when I get sick. Chinese medicine say the doctor be like, if you get sick, stop paying me. But your ass gonna pay me as long as I keep you healthy. So I can keep you healthy to you in your hundreds. I see Tai Chi people, 100 and this, 100 and that, still doing a Tai Chi till they drop the hell dead. Now yoga people, I don't know. I ain't seen no. I seen some old ass yoga people. I don't know if they get to be hundreds, but this is all they do all day. Hamina. I like Tai Chi, man. I'm still getting the same benefits, and I'm not sitting there all day. Hamina. I might do a few minutes of meditation, but so QiGong, QiGong, Gong Fu. I spelled it Kung Fu on here, so y'all know what I'm talking about. Yoga. Taoist yoga is a little different, or maybe a lot different than so-called Indian yoga, which is actually Kemetic yoga. Tao and mortal alchemy. I have a whole system that I didn't create this system. This system I sort of just made it smaller. My teacher's book is about this thick. You understand? Dr. Stephen T. Chang, The Great Tao. So I took that system and just because if you have the basics to each of those things, meditation, breathing, or internal exercises, herbalism, 5-element diet, is eight of parts all together, and at the center is the Tai Chi, right? If you just had the basis to all those things, you would stay healthy and probably go beyond health. There is a level beyond health. That's why they call it alchemy. It's transforming the physical body into a spiritual. Every time I say spiritual, I got it. Spiritual. Changing this into a spiritual body. What I mean by that, in Tao, right now we consider this physical body without any practices like ice, right? A cube of ice. And then when you start putting thought, under the ice, which is the sexual energy, basically, it heats up, and once it heats up, what does water do when you heat it up? It rises. You understand? So we go from the sexual energy to the spiritual center in the solar plexus. So now we're talking about it just changed to water, and now we heat this water up again. Now the mind puts here, and that water turns into what? Steam. And what naturally happens to steam? It's not like water like this again. It becomes like particles of water, but spread out. And it rises. It rises to heaven. What are we made out of? Enough said. Alright? So it's not like a far concept. We are water. And a little bit of minerals and probably some other shit. But anyway, okay, so now I got my name. Now available. See, I didn't develop this Tai Chi. I just combined the concept or the science of melanin with the breathing. So you're paying attention now to your melanin as opposed to just energy coming into the body. Because it's the melanin that draws the electromagnetic energy from the sun. And it absorbs it, it stores it, it transforms it, etc., etc. So that's the MelO side. So my home training DVD. If you want to just get started, everything that I teach starts out with breath. If you're not going to do this exercise, it's still going to start out with breath, whatever you want to do. So, is it upside down? Why is it looking backwards? So, available now, MelO. Oh, that's an N. I thought it was an M. Well, I got here melanin breathing, but it's MelO QiGong for melanin activation. Again, I'm gonna have to break all that down. What does that mean? Melanin. Well, if your melanin was activated, you wouldn't be catching all these dag-nabbit disease. And again, that's science. When the AIDS came out, they would put some melanin. I don't know where they was getting the melanin from. They put some melanin in a dish, and then they put the AIDS virus in a dish, and guess what? The virus wouldn't stay alive. It wouldn't live. So you don't even know who you are. Ye are God. I ain't gonna get into all that, but that's the motto of my temple. Ye are God. And who said that? The dude you call Jesus. But I add another part. The first part is know thyself. If you know thyself, that ye are God, I don't need no more book. I don't need no more book to tell me anything. I make the baby. I go out to work. Now things have happened for me, but I'm getting long-winded. So let's get back to the So that pretty much breaks down all the information, and then down here I got the the website where you can purchase my DVD. Well, it's not a DVD anymore. Where you can purchase the video and download it. I'll send it directly to you. Bam, you got it. And if you buy it, do the exercises. I had people buy like 100 tapes, 100 DVDs when I was printing DVDs, and people would come back to my table and I'd be like, so you practice exercise? No, man, I just bought it because you're black. That's cool because I made money, but the whole purpose of making a video, is to practice it. It's really simple. Breathe in, breathe out. Except we have different types of arm movements and body movements that helps the energy go to different organs and all that good stuff. So that's the video. And I'll do this on another. The land itself is called a land bank. I have to do a whole video on that. So I call it the Roi base. Return on investment base. Buying assets through estate strategies. The family bank is a little different than the land bank. The family bank deals with insurance. And the land bank is buying land, like I have, in a growth area where I'm at. And you buy with nothing there while it's still inexpensive. It ain't cheap, but it was inexpensive. You understand? And then when the city grows out to that area, that land is going to be worth stupid money. It's going to be worth stupid money. They put in an airport, or they expanding the airport right next door to where I'm at, and putting in a bullet train from where I'm at in Lancaster Palmdale to Las Vegas, like in 90 minutes. So you can stay at our hotel, chill, jump on the train, go lose all your money in Vegas, and when you get broke, you can just come back to the hotel because you done paid for it already. Man, it's on. It's on like hot butter pop to pop to pop. Baby, begin you pop to pop, pop. You don't dare stop. It's on like hot buttered popcorn, dude. Because when this jumps off, and they talking about that's going to be done in 2 years. Once we have our membership, the hemp and stuff would only take a few months to grow and then process and all that type of stuff. Done deal. Okay, so how are we going to move on this raw land? This is part of the whole thing. Oh, when I was talking about Ntr Kmt and the temple and all that type of stuff, That's the non-profit side. The hemp is the profit side. We're going to make money in the hood. Or whoever, anybody can buy. Everything we do is going to be black owned, I hate saying that word. Black owned, black operated, black owned, black, right? But sell to anybody. That's Powernomics. Look up Powernomics. There's 12 things. The only one I don't agree with of his 12 of Dr. Claude Anderson's is build up this damn city, because I'm out. Biblically, just intellectually, look around, you know, or wait around, marching, getting shot down. So, it's raw land. How do we plan on building? Well, first let's show how just to have a place to stay first. We have to get out there and have some place to stay so we can build. I'm doing it my way. I ain't got no thousands and thousands of dollars to pay somebody just to go fix up the land, and then I'm going to be hands-on, and I'm going to be bringing students out there, and it's going to be a work-study program, whole nother video. But at first, just to have a place to stay on the land, we can build domes. You see this? This is a booklet that shows you how to build a dome out of PVC piping. You understand? I've been doing it. I've been researching and collecting information for years. I know, or at least I have the information on how to do most of the stuff we need. If I don't have it, then we'll find somebody else that do have the information that we need. It's simple stuff. Alright, so we can build these domes out of PVC pipe and cover it with a canvas or something. Okay, we got a place to stay. The second, or actually probably the first part of that will be one of the schools will be the construction school. People will learn how to construct with natural materials. In my case, at least starting out, we're going to deal with earth bag domes. Bam! You understand? Like I said, I do the research. I just don't. Oh, I wish I had a place to stay. Oh, I wish I didn't have to work a job. Oh, I gotta go to the grocery store and buy more food growing by people I never met in my life before. Think about the life that black people living. You're eating is junk. Even if you're vegetarian, all that garbage, the food don't have any vitamins anymore. That's why another reason why you're sick. There's no minerals and vitamins in food. You get it from these big farms and they grow over and over again. You don't know who's growing your food. You don't know if they jerking off. Ooh, excuse me, was I supposed to say that? You don't know what they doing in the bathroom. Nothing. You don't know nothing. Nada. Zip. Zero. Zilch. If you want to be German. So look, simple stuff. Those are earth bags. I take the earth from the land that's already there. It's free. Well, it ain't free. I'm paying for the land. Less than you paying for a room in New York or Los Angeles. Less than you paying for a room. I ain't talking about an apartment. You take the dirt. One of the only expenses is you have to buy these bags, right? You stuff the dirt in the bag and you build. You have the other expenses that you have to put barbed wire in between the bags, and then you mold it out and cut it out like you want. You can make it square. I want domes for my own specific purposes on my land. And then you cover it with, concrete or whatever you're going to cover it with. This house is not going anywhere. Okay, we in California, earthquake zone, earthquake proof. It rains out there in the desert. Believe it or not, it rains stupidly out there in the desert. Waterproof. Fireproof. Look how thick a wall is. The walls will be like that thick. And then once the earth's compressed, it's not going nowhere. You have a house forever. Forever. You understand? Simple stuff. It's work intensive. Now I ain't gonna say it's not gonna be work, but once the house is built, it take about a couple of weeks for somebody to build a regular size, maybe a 2-bedroom, if you have enough people. If it's just me, it's going to take me 20 years. That's the point of getting people together, offer them something. Come live on the land. Come learn a skill. And once the whole group of the eco-construction, once they learn these different skills like this, they start a company. All right, so that's one. We got a way of building with the land. No carpenters and electricians and thousands of dollars. It's being done all over the world. I'm not making this up. Think I'm making it up? Then you the one that's... You understand? Find a group of youngins, want to learn. Bam. Okay? We build our little dome, we go live in that. Then they build their homes. Alright, so we are in the desert. At least on this, this first one is the desert. And it's not as bad as you see on TV, people like, I need water. It could get like that, depending on where you're at. But there's water tables under the desert. You literally have to go to the water master. Master, could I drill a well? Yeah, you got to go to the water master, Anyway, I'm like, hell with that. Bam! This don't have a cool cover, but this book shows me how to build a air to water machine, I guess you call it. You understand that? Again, it's a simple process. It might sound crazy. You can make water out of air. And it's being done all the time. If you got an air conditioner right now, go look at the copper pipe and look at how the air condenses on the pipe. To get all the water that we need, all we have to do is build this and upscale it to the size we need. You understand? This one right here might be for an apartment, but we can upscale it to take care of the whole 5 acres if we want to. Now that's going to cost some money, but that's why we have paid membership. So everything's getting done, and I ain't got to go to no bank and get a loan, and now you owe the loan plus the interest. Membership. Hey, this money's going to go towards this month. It's done, or 2 months, whatever it takes. Okay, well, let's move on. If I get a loan, I'm going to owe them. They own the land till I'm paid off. If we do it together, we own the land and don't owe nobody. Now, how are we going to grow hemp in the desert? Well, actually, one of the biggest hemp companies or whatever it is out there right now, like 600 acres. The town that I'm in, Lancaster, they built a 25-acre marijuana facility, and ain't nobody even there to buy it yet. They just built it because they already expecting, they already know what they getting into. This is the Lancaster where I'm moving to, you understand? They already on it, you understand? They plan on they moving a lot of black people out there. That part is kind of like, But anyway, because you don't know why they moving all of us out in the middle of the desert, but that's the deal. You understand? That's what's happening here in LA. They pushing us out to the desert, and if you know what you're doing, you could live really good, really, really good, 100 times better than this city. You understand? You can come outside, don't have to worry about no police. If some police come on our land, I ain't going there. Alright, so how we gonna grow? I'm not growing in the sand, soil out there. It's too, you understand? Even though it rains, it would take up too much water. The sand would soak up all the water, and the plant wouldn't be getting hardly any water for its roots. So we would have to, stupid water. So we got a way of making water, but still, if you don't plant properly, if you plant it in the ground, you got to water. Even if you have a well, wells are not endless. You know, you can run out of well water. So I was like, to hell with that. Bam! Echo. Bam! Twice. This little booklet here shows you how to basically, if you're a planter, you probably already know about this, basically do raised bed. You know, we might have to raise it a little high because hemp roots, you know, get really deep. But we build a box basically, put dirt in it. It's not dirt. See, they call it dirt because guess who looks like the soil, like the earth? Guess who's the same color, not black? We're the same color as the earth. But anyway, so I hate to say dirt. I hate to say black. I hate to say dirt. You can't hate things. So anyway, you build a box full of soil or earth, and now you grow just like anywhere else. You understand? Oh my goodness. So that's this booklet. You understand? Step-by-step plan. You understand? You don't have to be a damn genius. It's not even thick. Build a box a certain, whatever size you need, put some earth in it, put some seeds in it, and keep that watered as opposed to trying to water a bunch of sand. Oh, one last thing. Now, I'm in the desert, right? It's just raw land, right? Okay, we done built buildings and we done built water making machines and we talking about growing hemp. Oh, wait a minute. What about power? Ooh, I thought of that one too. Now, right now out there, they have what's called, there's different ways of doing this, but so I checked each one of them out. Out there they have these big giant windmills. That's like one of the, out there, now that's one of the things I was talking about in the desert. It gets like stupid windy. Of course it gets hot, so you have to plan for that. That's when you call me, I will get into all those details. So they have windmills and then you have solar. Solar that's old now. You know, I was thinking solar when we're in the desert. Yeah, a sun. No. Too much money just to, I mean, we can make those too. We can make solar panels. Check that out. It's not that hard to make a solar panel, but then you need all these batteries and garbage to store the energy that you get from the things that's on the roof. And this out there is desert, so you have a windstorm and you got sand all over your panels, so the sun is not really. You got to check these things out. I'm not just jumping on a piece of land. I know people think I am, people who say they know me. They never asked me nothing. So bam! Yeah, bam! Easy power plant. Again, just like the water machine, this tells you how to build a perpetual. It's not based on solar, it's not based on wind, and it's not based on hydroelectric. It's a machine that is a perpetual moving machine that creates electricity. Like your, I guess it's like your alternator. I'm not a mechanic, but I think your alternator do the same thing. While you're driving, it keeps energy in the battery and all that type of stuff. We build it. The third thing about all this stuff, I just showed you 3 things that I'm saying we gonna build ourselves for with the homes. Now, when we get skilled at all this stuff, guess what? We can reproduce this again in the desert. I wonder if anybody would be interested in water or electricity if they just moving out to the desert. Because I know a bunch of people. I'm not up there by myself. I know brothers and sisters that are up there already. You understand? With acres and acres, but they're doing it on the slow way. Membership fee. We pay for, we buy our machine and make it. Now, once we made it, we can make it over and over again. Another business. Water machine. Make it over and over again. Another business. Domes. Make them over and over again. You don't have to make them domes. Somebody might want a square house. You want to stay a square. Repeat the process. Once we know it, these simple things, bam, it's a done deal. We know it. We start a business with it. This is beside the hemp. These are my businesses. So, I'm not typing all this stuff up, but this is a breakdown of the 5 acre. Well, it's actually a 5 1/8 acre. So, on 1/8 of an acre, I have what's called Ebonywood Studios and Wu Shang Clan Dynasty Productions. Obviously, that's where we're going to be doing all our Kung Fu movies. Okay? Kung Fu movies and commercials, and that little 1/8 is going to be the studio, the 8, so we can make our own sets and all. We ain't got to pay no rent. We could build a set on the land, and guess what? No, had to pay none. Zip, nada, nobody. And we can build our own little Hollywood, for real. But I know people are like, oh, the white man is gonna come stop you. These are small thinking people. They still thinking back to Oklahoma and shit. Anyway, contingency plan for that too. I am an ex-Marine. They did teach me how to fortify. Yes. Okay, so 1 acre for the medical and mystical Mari-HuAna Eco Retreat and Ntr Kmt Temple. Because for us, the Mari-HuAna is a holy herb, so I have the temple on that acre where people not just go to retreat and get massages and stuff. You can come into the temple and do some holy smoking. 1 acre, I'm not going to tell you the name of the company, foods, water, and herbs and flowers. I have a particular idea for the foods. They're going to be like survival foods, but they're going to be able to be eaten right away, and it's going to be based on the 5 tastes of the system that are, well, I didn't make up that system, but the 5 tastes are part of the system. What are the 5 tastes? Most of us eat from the sweet. That's all most of us know. Some people like sour, some people like hot. But the idea of the 5 tastes is to eat from each of the 5 tastes every day. So you should have 5 small meals as opposed to 3 big, giant, stupid meals. Sweet, that's the first taste. That energizes the stomach. What we call hot or pungent, energizes the lungs. If you don't believe that one, if you got a cold, go find some really hot peppers, like them little Chinese black peppers, and eat one of them. See if everything don't come out your body. Sweet, hot, sour. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Sour. Sour is the liver. It, does what it does for the liver. Salty is the kidneys. And what's left? So, sweet, sour, salty. Oh, bitter. Guess what bitter is? The heart. That's the whole thing about the chocolate thing, really, because real chocolate is bitter. And it strengthens the heart. You would think the heart would be sweet. No, it's not. That's the idea that I'm bringing to hemp. This knowledge of the Tao practices along with the CBD stuff. It's going to be amazing, because I only could find one lady that's kind of doing it, and she's charging like $100. For real. Go check it out. Find somebody mixing CBD and Chinese alternative medicine. She's charging like $100 with a Z for a bottle like this. $100. That's the whole point. We can help heal our people, and we ain't got to charge them stupid because they can't afford no $100 for a month worth of CBD oil. Alright, so 1 acre of food in the kind of kitchen. So each acre will have a building. So the first one, the temple, the Magi retreat. The second one will be the kind of kitchen. Ooh. So the 3rd acre, I'm not going to tell you the name of it, will house the hotel and the swim. Will be the mini. I'll call it, since it's only an acre, I'll call it a mini resort. Swimming pool, movie star. Well, everything. You just go there, chill. I would like to make the roof, because the stars are beautiful out there. I want to have an observatory on the roof. So I ain't gonna get into all the details again. But it's all up here. Well, it's all down here too. 1 acre, like I said, for manufacturing and the actual Kung Fu school, where people come, stay, live, get certified in my Kung Fu system or my self-healing system, etc., etc. Production of clothes, all the things that are manufacturing and production and mailing stuff off to people, all that would be done on that acre. I'm using the whole acre because we plan to grow. After we start getting into it, we're gonna be making clothes. We're gonna be, we're gonna add different businesses as we grow, until we have everything we need to be. Imagine that. I know how to make. Well, I don't know how to do it, but I found out we make a car. I seen a dude make a Ferrari out of a 3D machine. I'm like, I can't wait to get one of these 3D machines. We can make anything because you can use hemp now with the 3D machine. Oh my God. Anyway, where we at? The last acre, of course, will be the hemp grow itself, and we're gonna have the hemp clinic on there. People will be able to come there. If you can't afford it, we're gonna be making medicine. So people who can't afford thousands and thousands of dollars when they get cancer or whatever other stupid disease y'all get, this is what this clinic's gonna be about. And if you got money, you're gonna pay. But if you don't have any money and you're sick, we come on out, stay, chill, and we can't do that with the THC. As a temple church, the only thing we can do with the THC is members. I can even mail marijuana to a member. If you in New York, if you're a member of the church, if you're a member of the temple, I can actually mail it across country legally. But you have to be a member. I'm not opening a dispensary. I ain't getting no licenses. I ain't spending thousands and thousands of dollars for the license, etc. I could do pretty much what I want. Separation of church and state. So that's it. That's the 5 and the 8 acres. That's what we plan on doing on there. If you ain't hear all that, play it back. Because I'm getting past the hour here. Oh, just for the heck of it, just so everybody can get around when they get out there, I'm gonna put a little one of them little trains where people can go around the land and visit each of the different sites if they just come to the hotel and just want to check out what's going on. And the idea of all this is that it'll be an example to show people, oh, black people went back to the land and they living without white people, without Mexicans growing their food. What a concept. Black people, black to the land, doing their own thing, building, starting their own, what y'all call a school, which is shul from Hebrew, which means abode of the dead. You got to do some studying to catch up with me. I'm just putting it out there now. Now that I put it all together, you ain't got to do the 40 years that I've been putting this together. 40 years. And wasted a lot of time on Facebook, but actually it wasn't, because even when I first started putting out, I didn't have all this information. And then things changed, like I said. One time I was thinking about solar, but now solar is, to me, obsolete. You can make and this is not hard. Make the machine to make energy is not hard. You understand? And it's not expensive. So, I was hoping my student would do this video here with me, so he could talk about himself, but MC Sifu, the week before last, he just went to Vegas, because that's his stomping ground, and went to the World Martial Art Tournament, and He won! Yay! I got the temple got its first champion. Yeah. Tai Chi Bo. So that's gonna be a whole nother area. So as a member, you have a person here. I'm not famous. I'm known by some people that, you know, up there in the martial art world, but not a whole lot. I was, all this stuff comes from when I first started. I was getting these certificates when I first started teaching, because not too many people was teaching Tai Chi in Harlem. You understand? But after that, I like stepped back and just started putting all this information together, putting my own Tai Chi Bo, my own Kung Fu system together, my own self-healing system. Took years to do that stuff. I didn't just go to the bookstore, read a book, and say, oh, I got my own system now. I made systems. So I'm going to get famous for that. You understand? Even in death, the systems are already done. And then, now I have a champion. I don't know if everybody in the world was there, but they call it the World Championships. I have a world champion under his belt. I ain't gonna say under my belt, but he's part of the temple. You understand? So we're gonna take that to another level. On the land, we'll probably end up doing our own tournaments once we have some people that know Tai Chi Bo. So this is the next one that's coming here. He went to Vegas for that one. The International, the International Martial Arts Expo. So I was supposed to go with him last weekend, but I had to get a card. I had to stay here in LA. But and I wanted to introduce Tai Chi Bo at that tournament. But this time I'm going to introduce Tai Chi Bo at the at the International Martial Arts Expo. It's also a tournament too. So I'm not fighting no more. So I just want to demonstrate Tai Chi Bo, and then my student will demonstrate by kicking ass. You understand? He's already got one championship. So I think that's about it. I think I covered everything that I wanted to cover. You understand? So yes, and okay. So those of you who got one of those cards, I do it the card. Anyway, when you call me, we'll make a date. You get a free consultation and a free class. So, you know, on there they got a couple of things. I got a couple of things. QiGong, which is breathing exercises. So if you're thinking about signing up, you come over. I'll give you a free QiGong class. If you're interested in the Tai Chi Bo, I'll give you a free. So whatever it is that you're interested in, I'll give you the free consultation about the hemp, about what the hemp is. That'll be your consultation. You know, all the details I didn't talk about on here. What just going to go between you as a member and myself, and the free class. So I think that is about all. This is Professor Roi-El. Professor. Yes, I'm pretty doggone, I guess, educated, self-educated. Professor Roi-El T. Bates, Sifu. See, in Chinese, they always put the title last, Sifu. And founder of all this stuff that I just got finished talking about. And I'm tired because I've been doing this stuff for a long time. And it's taken a long time, and I'm 64, so I would like it to happen before I'm in the after. Yeah, before I'm in the after, I would like to see it happen. If you want more information, send your email, and I'll send you my phone number, and we can talk. I'm out. Peace.